Did you guys know that a regular old basic Sableye is one of the scariest cards in the Pokemon TCG? It's not a Sableye EX dipped in Mama Liz's chili oil, no. Just a regular basic Sableye with 80 HP. Well, that's because of this deck, the Lost Zone deck, which actually won a big tournament recently, and is one of the top decks in the metagame. Sableye, with only 1 energy attached to it, can put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon. That's a lot of damage. You can spread it around wherever you want. So you can snipe little guys and just take everything out, or just do 1,000,000 damage to one thing in front of you. It's very good for only a single energy. But the catch is you have to have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. What is the Lost Zone? It's a place you can never come back from. It's the place where dreams die. Because when you put a card in the Lost Zone, it's gone forever. You can never get it back. It's a bit like the discard pile, but there's ways to get cards back from the discard pile. If you discard a card, you can use Super Rod to get it back, or certain effects from Pokemon to get cards back from the discard pile. You cannot do such a thing with the Lost Zone. But what's interesting is that there's these Pokemon that synergize with putting cards in the Lost Zone. Like Cramorant here. If the 4 or more cards are in the Lost Zone, he can attack for free. He has no energy cost on his attack. And this is a damn strong attack for 0 energy. 110 attack, that can KO like most basic enemy Pokemon. So this right here is a great card. And another card that goes crazy in the Lost Zone deck is Mirage Gate right here. This card, if you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you can just get 2 energy cards from your deck and put them on your Pokemon however you want, which is broken. Because, you know, the whole thing about Pokemon, you can only attach 1 energy at a time to your guys per turn. So to charge up a powerful attack like Iron Hands EX, right here, it takes 4 energy. So it takes 4 turns. You've got to manually put in energy 1 at a time. But this right here, take 2 energy from the deck. Just pull them out of thin air and put them on whatever you want. So you 2 of these, and Iron Hands is powered up and ready to go. And you can attack instantly. Or Blood Moon or Saluna right here can just use Blood Moon immediately. Instantaneously. Even the Greninja has a great attack, which requires 3 energy. So let's go. And it's a good... You know what's an advantage of being a basic Pokemon? You only give the opponent 1 prize card when you're KO'd. But the big, you know, Iron Hands EX and the Charizard EX and all those cards, they give the enemy 2 prize cards if they are KO'd. So the fact that most of your deck here is basic cards is an advantage, because your opponent can't, like, get too many prize cards and win the game quickly. So that's another advantage to the deck. But it's a tough deck to play, because you've got to make decisions about what to put in the Lost Zone, because you can never get those cards back. So every game, there's going to be a bit of a dilemma between 2 cards that you want, and you've got to put 1 in the Lost Zone. And the Lost Zone is where there's... Light does not shine in the Lost Zone. There is nothing to be had in the Lost Zone in terms of, you know, triumph. Now this is awkward when you get... You really want to get Comfy in the opening hand. You want Comfy. Comfy is very good. As it stands, no Comfy. That's the guy, he draws a card. If he's in the active spot, which is the one here, he draws a card, and he puts 1 card in the Lost Zone. So it's a good way to, like, get some resources out, and also put some stuff in the Lost Zone to activate your Cramorant and whatnot. Now what I'm going to do here, the Pokestop, this is a stadium. And both players can use the stadium. So I can click this and it will look at the top 3 cards in my deck, and if there are items in there, I just get them. I get to put in my hand. So we've got the Buddy Puffin, that's a good one. That's a great one to get. So we get more Comfies on the field. Regrettably though, we cannot switch out this Cramorant with anything, so I cannot draw any cards. Pretty bad start actually. Because you really want to just put things in the Lost Zone quickly so you can do stuff instantaneously. As it stands at the moment though, there's nothing to be done. We can't do anything. At least we got the Comfies on the bench though, for later. So that's good. We have a lot of switch effects too, so you can switch guys out easily. There's a card that's just called Switch, that lets you switch active and benched. And that lets me use Comfy's ability on separate Comfies multiple times. You can use it once per turn, per Comfy. So I can just keep switching out to different... And this is good, he's shuffling my hand and putting it back in the deck here with that card. But that's actually great for me because my hand was crap. And now look at this, switch, switch, switch. Switch cart. Switch. So now we can get the Cramorant out of there and start doing stuff with the damn Comfies, which is what I want. That's what I need right now. I'm after that. I don't think my Buddy Puffin is going to do anything, so that's a good candidate to put in the Lost Zone, because we already got all our... This lets you put basic Pokemon with a 70 health or less on the field. Oh, now we're looking good. Okay, I'm going to use this first, because this is... I could put 3 cards in hand, and 2 in the Lost Zone. Oh, interesting. I think we want Nest Ball to get a Pokemon. We want Radiant Greninja. And we might even want Lost Vacuum, because it accelerates the Lost Zone game plan, you know? Or we can get the energy. I think that we have to say goodbye to Blood Moon or Luna, regrettably. I hate to say it. But I think that's the case. It's always tough. You got to make hard choices here, because you got to... I'm never seeing that bear ever again. He's gone forever. Did I make the right call? I don't know. So we have Sableye here. Can't use it yet, of course. I'll use the Pokestop, see what we get. We'll get the Mirage Gate and the Super Rod. That's good. Alright. Now we put Comfy up the front, and Comfy can do the ability that... I draw a card. You look at the top 2, draw 1 and put 1 in the Lost Zone. So we want the Rescue Board. That's really good. That lets you retreat for 1 less energy, so it's free to retreat. So we can retreat for free with this. Bring another Comfy up. What do we... Bring Cramorant up. 1 sec. No, bring a Comfy up. How many in the Lost Zone? We got 3. Flower selecting yet again. And switch card or energy. I can use the energy to switch if I need to, and it's more versatile, right? I don't know though. I'll take the energy. I'll take the energy. And right here, we have 4 in the Lost Zone, and do you know what that means? We can attack with the damn Cramorant, and we can defeat this Drifloon with ease. Can I perhaps, like, get more in the Lost Zone? And do the Radiant Greninja attack? I think not. Okay, what I might do, actually, is, Radiant Greninja can discard energy to draw 2 cards, so that might be worth here. To get... I'll get rid of the electric energy. It's worth it to get 2 more cards, and we'll get a water energy, which I'll actually place on Radiant Greninja. We could charge that up for later. And... switch the Cramorant in, and then we can do the big spit. Spit innocently. For an incredible 110 damage on Drifloon, who is now yesterday's Pokemon. He's now gone. I get a prize card to boot. Can you believe it? It's Super Rod. Alright, so if I need more energy, we can Super Rod and get energy back. Or Pokemon that have been discarded. My opponent's playing Gardveoir deck, which is a powerful one. If we can do the Greninja attack sometime soon, that'll be crazy. Greninja attack is nuts. It hits 2. Oh, but he's got the Manaphy, actually, so we can't yet. We've got to take out the Manaphy first. Okay. Oh, you've done Iono again. Well, that's rough. Now I've lost all my fellows. What happened to all my fellows? Well, good thing I got Radiant Gren. At the very least. Okay. So I may want to do boss's orders and attack the Manaphy with this Cramorant if I can. If I may. I can get a supporter card as well if I'm interested. I don't want to let these guys evolve too much. No, I don't. So if I could get boss's orders to pull in the Manaphy, take it out, then do the Greninja move, that could be my game plan here. You know? And do a big maneuver. What's that? Cresselia. With the outer space science fiction world background. What is that? Move 2 damage counters. Luna Blast you would do? A Luna Blast is a controversial move. Alright. So we have a water energy we can manually attach if we want to. I think we begin things with probably the Pokestop. We might get Switch, which is useful. No, we just got Lost Vacuum. Okay. So we can get 6 and 7. We can get 7 in the Lost Zone, actually. And then use Radiant Greninja move. But we need... What we need is Boss's Orders. We didn't get it. Oh dear. The Pokegear has done me... This looks at top 7 and you could put a supporter card in hand. I didn't get one. Alright. I will discard the Electric Energy for 2 cards. Got another Mirage Gate. I can put a supporter card back in the deck if I want to. I can put these back in the deck. They're pretty good. I suppose I'll do that. That could help me if I get them. I could help me. Alright, well, regrettably, I suppose I'll attach this. Even though I really need to get rid of the Manaphy to even do anything with it. And awkwardly, this is 120 health. And I'm simply not getting the cards I need here. I'm simply not getting them. It's rough. Wonder if I'm making any misplays. Could I have increased my odds? Maybe I do, in fact, switch out the Cramorant with the energy. But I feel like drawing 2 with the energy is way better. There's way better chances to get good things. Instead of drawing 1 off Comfy. I could have drawn 2 technically, but I couldn't get Cramorant back in as reliably, could I? Who knows? Who really knows? Except for another Iono, another one. No, sorry. Sometimes I can't tell if they're discarding a card or if they are playing it. Please forgive me. Please forgive my transgressions. I know not what I've done. Okay. Imagine a world where I got Boss's Orders instead of nothing. That would have been fun. Imagine that world. My opponent sure is playing cards, aren't they? Curly, what does this fella do? Yeah, draw 2 cards. Discard anything you want in the world. Or you can transfer damage counters from Cresselia to me. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's so interesting. Monkey. Wait, monkey? Big monkey? Arven. Oh, you got Arven? How fortunate. How fortunate is that? Oh, and an Ultra Ball to get any Pokemon you desire. Get any Pokemon you want. Gardveoir EX. Oh, is that so? I can understand why this right here, the Gardevoir deck, is the top deck in the metagame, folks. I'm starting to understand why. It seems to be very consistent at getting the things it needs, because it has card drawing and all this stuff. It's got all this stuff. Meanwhile, I have nothing. I'm left with little. This is supposed to be a good matchup, though. I think the Pokegear hitting nothing was very unfortunate. It was regrettable. It truly was. Alright, stuff sure is occurring. I can say that with certainty. And now I'm dead somehow. This is rough. I am a stoic. I meditate on the mountaintop. I get nothing while my opponent is playing cards for like 3 minutes there, doing a lot of stuff, and then my guy that I need is gone now. It's okay, I'm unaffected. I'm unaffected by all that. I have a resolve that you cannot take away from me. You cannot get me. Alright, and now I have the option to discard my psychic energy, which I might need. 4 cards. I'll first Pokestop. Should I not have put the supporter cards in the deck? Maybe not. Perhaps not. What are we in the Lost Zone? 5. A measly 5 in the Lost Zone. Imagine that. Alright. I draw a card. With Flower Select. Colress's Experiment will help me. I'm sorry to the Sableye that I think that I just got rid of. Alright. I think Iron Hands EX might actually be able to get stuff on it. Boss's Orders? Yes. Prime Catcher, that's a good one. And probably another switch or a super roll. We've got enough switchies. Alright. Now here's how things go crazy. Do I take out Monkey Dory? Or do I take out Manaphy? I think I take out Manaphy because we're close to being able to do the Greninja move. And then we're close to victory. Alright. I don't have enough energy. I should have got the Super Rod. Oh, whoops, folks. I don't have enough energy. That's my mistake. It's alright, I'll manually attach this one for now. And evidently we're going to put more energy back in the deck, so... Let's do that, and I think we'll put a Cramorant back in. It could be useful, right? Okay. Prime Catcher. I think we take out Manaphy here. With the Amp maneuver. That gives me 2 prizes, and I can now do my Radiant Greninja move in a moment. We're close to being able to use Sableye, which actually could go crazy. Sableye could go nutso. We're on the offensive now. I think we're trying to race them. This is a race now. Because I'm ahead on the prize cards. And they can take at most 2 at a time with the prize cards. You know? I also could have taken out the Curlier instead. Or the Monkey Dory even. Because the Monkey Dory can keep spreading damage counters to me. Which is a bit annoying. But that's, you know, something for another time. I hold fast. Nest Ball to put a Drifloon on the field. A Drifloon. Can we get a round of applause for Drifloon, who has entered the field? That's the thing Gardveoir does. You can put energy on your guy, it costs 20 health. But then Monkey Dory can push that health counter, damage counter, to the enemy. And heal up the damage it just took. It's quite a synergy. It's quite a concept. The monkey and the woman. They form a strong connection. You're going to retreat with it. Indeed. Who are you putting in the active? Cresselia. Oh, is that so? Counter Catcher to bring in the Radiant Gren. That's okay. That could be fool's gold for you. Yeah, you're like focusing that now. But the thing is that I still have the Iron Hands EX. And this is only giving you one. I think you're very concerned about the spread damage coming in. I'm suggesting that that's a big plan of mine. But this charged up Iron Hands EX could be the new plan all along. A Bravery Charm on the Drifloon. What's up with that? What does this do? This attack does 30 for each damage counter on the Pokemon. Oh, he's trying to charge it up for a big victory. I see. Unfair Stamp, I think, just got used. That's a crazy card. Both players shuffle their hand into their deck, but I get 2 cards back and they get 5. It's a bit of hand disruption, but to be honest, if you can't get rid of my Iron Hands EX, I like this position for myself. I like it. I think you're setting up for the Drifloon moment. You know what? The Drifloon falls to... It literally dies to amp you very much. So I'm going to take out the Drifloon, I think. I think the Drifloon is what I want to get rid of. How much can you do? 190? Can you chip me into range? You could put 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon. One of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, where's the Pokestar? Oh, yes. We have some stuff now. There's something to be said for switching here. Just to maybe draw into boss's orders. You know, or Lost Vacuum. No, I don't need Lost Vacuum. I think I will. Because this can switch for free. We can do this. Just to draw a card. Because we sure need one. Cramorant back. Super Rod back. Super Rod with the Mirage Gate could be useful. But the Cramorant is also something. I'll put Cramorant in play. Okay. I will not... I could use Switch Card once more. For more card draw. Do I dare? If we draw into Sableye, we get a double knockout. Why not use it? I think why not? We get 10 in the Lost Zone. Nest Ball. We could do a Sableye maneuver. What do you think, folks? A Sableye maneuver? Oh, I don't have Sableye? I think I got rid of it. Oh, crap. It's hard to keep track. Forgive me. It's okay. We have this. This is our best bet then. This is the best we could do. On short notice. Thank you very much. Maybe the Drifloon can KO me in one. But I do have the Cramorant in the back, actually. To get the final prize card. If I get boss's orders. At any stage, then... What is this? You can use this only if your opponent has 3 fewer prize cards. Oh, a concession. Oh, look at that. I thought my opponent might be trying to set up for a big Drifloon move. Because the more damage on the Drifloon, the more damage it deals. So that could one-hit Iron Hands with a combo. But no, I got there, folks. We did it. Cramorant and Friends has done it. What a game. That was quite a slog, honestly. I thought I was in a rough spot most of that. But we got there. Imagine that. Well, that's a fun deck. That's one of my favorite decks so far. But it does feel like sometimes if you don't get comfy in the open, it can be very awkward. Because you just have no... Sometimes you just don't get your engine moving. And you're a bit effed. Whereas I feel like the Charizard deck is still my favorite. Because it feels very consistent. Because you can pretty safely find your Charizards and Pidgeys and everything that you need. In my opinion. And the rare candies add some consistency, and the Arvins and all the... There's just a bunch of stuff that leads into itself, and it flows very well, in my opinion. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Catch you later.